Greetings, friends. Michael Stone here from the Well of Light. And I wanted to tell you about a very this coming Friday, which is the 23rd of August event that we're having. And it's called Trauma as a Healing and Spiritual Path. Trauma as a spiritual path. What does that mean? Well, first of all, when you look at the state of the world, we are in a pandemic of separation with all the polycrisis. You can't say anymore there's one crisis. There's climate change, there's racism, there's war, there's enslavement, corruption, all the different things. It's really one crisis, and that crisis is a crisis of separation. We aren't connected. And why aren't we connected? We're not connected because we have incomplete past. Another way to say that is we have trauma. We have things that have not been completed, not only in our lives, but in our ancestors' lives, going all the way back. If you look at either of the major wars or any of the 32 wars that are happening on our planet right now, they're all out of an incomplete past. What creates an incomplete past is trauma. And we think of trauma as this bad thing, this event that is a problem, a difficulty, a challenge, something really broken about us. But that's not what it is at all. First of all, when we talk about trauma, we're not talking about the event that happened. We're talking about the response to the event that happened. And that's also something that the nervous system has done out of its incredible intelligence and evolution over hundreds of thousands of years, that the nervous system has learned to kick in to protect us in an overwhelming situation. And what that does is it splits something off, it fragments, it dissociates us, and it goes into the body. So we have an overwhelming experience, and to be safe, let's say it wasn't safe to feel when we were a child. We'd get reprimanded for tears or, anger or any of our emotions. So we push our emotions down. The nervous system does this to protect us. It's not something broken or a pathology. It's a good thing. And of course, the problem is that's now stuck in your body, and it shows up as either tension, hyperactivity, quickening, or it shows up as numbness, dissociating, and suppressing when we meet a similar kind of experience, something that's a reminder of the past, something that feels like a threat that's happening in the present, but in fact, it's triggered that early childhood wounding that happened, that it wasn't safe. We weren't felt, seen, heard, held, soothed, and loved in the way and protected in the way that we really needed to be. And so the nervous system has pushed that down. And then how do we cope? Well, we cope by adapting to whatever's happening in the family situation or in around us at the time of the trauma. And so we have a wounded child that suppressed part of his or her essence. And then we have an adaptive child that says, okay, I need to be silent, or I need to be smart, or I need to be a helper, or I need to be the pretty one or the smart one. We have all these adaptations that we become our persona, really, who we are in the world. And often our adaptive selves are very creative and very powerful. Look at some of the leaders we have. Some of the most traumatized people on the planet are our leaders. So it doesn't mean you can't be successful, but you can't be successful in relating and relationships, and because you can't fully be with your partner. So what is trauma as a spiritual path is begin to use those wounding and those adaptive self and learn that we have an adult self that can actually work with and learn and grow and evolve from staying in contact with the triggers, with the shadow that comes up when we meet a difficult or a challenging time. Anyway, this coming Friday on the 23rd from 6 to 7:30 at Innerpath in Nevada City, I will be doing a talk on trauma as a healing, as a spiritual path. Trauma healing as a spiritual path. And I'd love for you to join us. It's an hour and a half. We will be looking at this whole phenomena of the wounded child, the adaptive child, and the wise adult. And those three have become blended for many of us. And so how to unblend it and use those triggers as a way of evolving and growing spiritually, but also relationally, because this work is very much about learning how to connect. The first side effect of trauma is a sense of separation, a separate self, a split within myself and a split within other people. And so I hope you'll join us at Innerpath for this talk. I'll be doing a couple more little videos here in case you can't make it, you'll get a sense of it. But one of the main things we'll be looking at is unblending these things that keep us separate from each other. So I hope you'll join us, and that's Friday night. If you need more information, go to thewelloflight.com or call me, 530-277-0937, and hope to see you on Friday. Much love to you all. Bye.